This tutorial is for DPS employees who use Webmail or Outlook to manage their DPS Exchange server email and would like to move to Google Apps for Education Gmail. To begin, understand that these two services are two completely separate email accounts. Your DPS Exchange email address is your DPS username with a dot at the domain dpsnc.net. Your Google Apps Gmail address is your DPS username with an underscore at the domain my.dpsnc.net. What mail goes to one is not received by the other, unless you set up a rule. I will show you how to set up such a rule so that any email sent to your DPS Exchange email account will be redirected to your Google Apps email account. Be aware, however, that these are not instructions to sync the two accounts. What is done after the initial redirect will not be reflected in the other account, such as replies or any other sent mail. Also be aware that these settings will not be applied to email already in your DPS inbox, only to email received in the future. If you want to migrate past emails from DPS Exchange to Google Apps, please refer to our migration instructions. In order to follow the instructions for redirecting your email from Outlook to Google Apps, you will need to have the Microsoft Outlook 2003 or 2010 client installed and set up on a DPS computer. If you don't know how to install or set it up, contact DPS IT or your school's technology facilitator. Once set up, in Outlook 2003, go to the Tools menu and click Rules and Alerts. If you're using Outlook 2010, you'll click the File tab and then Manage Rules and Alerts. In both, click New Rule. The next window in 2003 is different from what appears in 2010. In Outlook 2003, you will select Start from a blank rule. In the Step 1 window, select Check Messages when they arrive. Click Next. If you're using 2010, in the Step 1 window, under Start from a blank rule, select Apply Rule on Messages I Receive. Click Next. The remaining steps are identical in 2003 and 2010. First, do not check any conditions, and then click Next. You will receive a warning that the rule you are creating will be applied to all messages you receive. Click Yes. Regarding what you want to do with the messages, select Redirect it to People or Public Group. In Step 2, click the hyperlink People or Public Group. In the line to the bottom of the window, type in your DPS Google Apps Gmail account address, which is your DPS username at my.dpsnc.net. For instance, my address is Jerry_Williamson at my.dpsnc.net. Click OK. You will see the address inserted into the Step 2 window. Click Next. Don't choose any exceptions, unless there is something you know would benefit you. Click Next. In the following window, you will see the name of the rule you just created. You may change the name if you would like, but it is not necessary. Click Finish when you are done. You will be returned to the initial Rules and Alerts window. Click Apply, and then OK. Now, when an email is sent to your @dpsnc.net email address, it will be automatically redirected to your my.dpsnc.net Gmail account. The purpose of the redirect is to work exclusively in Gmail. You may want to check Outlook or Webmail for a small amount of time after setting up the redirect to make sure that all email is indeed being forwarded. Calendar invitations sent to your @dpsnc.net account will also be redirected to Gmail. The invitations will give you a preview of your Google Calendar. You can accept or deny the invitations from your Gmail, and if accepted, will be added to your DPS Google Calendar. Notification of your invitation status will not be sent to the event organizer, however, and they will not be added to your DPS Exchange calendar.